We did a lot of things together. Possibly people looking at her as the sex symbol of the world wouldn't believe that she could catch fish, skin a rabbit, shoot a rifle. She loved the outdoors. She would pick up anything, except learning how to drive a car. She didn't do too well to start with.
Norma Jean married James Dougherty on June the 18th, 1942. She was 16 and straight out of school, and he was 21, a good-looking young man, much sought after by the girls of the neighbourhood, and thus quite a catch for little Norma Jean. To some extent, the match was arranged by Grace Goddard, who thought marriage was the most convenient way to get Norma Jean settled down. In any event, Jim Dougherty was willing enough, and he and his bride took a small house in Van Nuys, California. It has been alleged that Norma Jean had been raped at the age of 9 and that she had an illegitimate child at 15. Dougherty, however, denies that.
I was first. And there's no way she could have had a child, and there's no way she could have been raped.
How did she look after you? I mean, was she a good housewife?
Oh, she was a beautiful housewife. She saw to it that everything was clean, that the meals were prepared on time, the clothes were ironed and pressed. She was very neat. She wanted a baby right from the beginning, but I felt she was too young mostly to start raising children. I wanted to wait at least until the war was over, and she begged me to let her have a baby, but I said, no, not yet. Not yet. Wait till you get a little older.
Did you ever see any sign of the depressive side of Norma Jean's nature, which came out much later, of course, much more obviously?
I recall she wanted to bring a cow in the house one time because it was raining, the cow was getting wet and was mooing. And I told her, I said, you can't do that. I said, that's crazy. And she felt very bad, because I mentioned the word crazy, I guess, or I don't know, but I wouldn't let her have her way.
But that reference to crazy, that would worry her, would it, because of her mother and her grandmother?
Right. I watched it. Believe me, normally, I say, oh, man, that's crazy, Well, you didn't do that around here. It struck a note of, well, she would become very pensive and worry.
When America entered the war, Dougherty was sent overseas in the Merchant Marine, and Norma Jean went to work at the Radio Plane Company, and there she was seen and used as a model by an army photographer. From that moment, she was plunged unexpectedly into a whole new career. A Hollywood model agency signed her up, her pictures appeared in a large number of magazines, and gradually she developed the ambition to become an actress. But to do that, she felt she had to be free. So in 1946, Dougherty, still overseas, received the Dear John letter, dreaded by all servicemen abroad, asking for a divorce.
Of course, she couldn't divorce me while I was overseas. I wouldn't sign the papers, so I got back and talked to her. And then she told me that she was going to be an actress, and that they wouldn't even consider it unless she was divorced, because they didn't want her to be having babies once they spent the money, to bring her from a starlet to a star. So, but she says now, even though we're divorced, that doesn't keep us from being together. You can come and see me, take me out. There's no thanks. And that was it.